Harley Quinn Season 4 Episode 9 titled Potato Based Cloning Accident, and this episode is absolutely a mixed bags really for me. And it's weird because like around episode 4 I felt a little bit of concern of we're getting half of a good season. We're getting half of a good season, half of a good show. Where everything they're with Ivy is fantastic, brilliant, great laughs, great story, great character development, all that kind of stuff, great aggression with the characters. But when it comes to Harley, it just feels like we don't know what to do with her anymore. We don't know, her story is complete. She's now, bad guy turned good guy, and now she's part of the Bat family. And like her story's done, so they don't know what to do with the main character anymore. And for the last couple of episodes, I'm like, okay, now I have a sense, okay, we're doing this, we're doing that. Like, I have a sense of, like, okay, yeah, it's just a little bit of patience. I just need a little bit of patience and, showing me that Harley is a very important character of this season. And for this episode, it reminded me again, they don't know what to do with the character. Because everything to do with Harley in this episode feels so tacked on and so, like, figuring out as they go along. I mean, that's writing 101. I mean, it's literally you are figuring out as you go along. But it just feels like it. It feels like doing the cloning story just feels, like, so tacked on. It feels like just, like, something for Harley to do. And just not be by Ivy's side. Or I thought, as everyone else, like the who killed Nightwing. And the moment they revealed it, I was like, really? That's cheap. I want to be, let's do a Gotham Gaslight thing. Make it Gordon or something. I don't know. He's the one who killed Nightwing. Because in the Gotham Gaslight Aquaman movie, they made Commissioner Gordon Jack the Ripper in that movie. So they did that. And like, do something like that. But making like, oh, Harley was sleepwalking, and by the sleepwalking, she killed Nightwing in the process. And I'm like, this is, everything to do with Harley in this episode, I just couldn't get into. And I get maybe the mindset is like, hey, maybe I'm not a hero, I'm a villain after all. But then that's the case. It's slamming through all the previous season's arcs. Now, the whole idea is her trying to find her true self. It's all about Harley finding her true self. Who is she? Who is she beyond the Joker? She dumps the Joker. She is going to be part of the Legion of Doom and realize she doesn't want to be a villain. She wants to be a hero. And it's about, and then she falls in love. And now she's a hero who has falls in love in the process, and that's the story. And doing that whole maybe I'm a bad guy after all, I just like it feels conflicted. It feels like we're just going through being there, done that kind of story arcs with the show. But everything with Ivy is fucking fantastic. I'm digging Ivy. Ivy is the best character of the show. Between the main two characters, plants over Mallet right now. Because what she's trying to do, she's the hero who's there to save the day. She's the one who's like, I know where Lex is. Lex is the one blocking the sun. I can't use my powers, and I'm probably going to slightly die off because I'm listening to a living fucking plant. Superman can't fly anymore. We all need the sun to survive and live. We need to find a way to lock on and try to convince Lex to make the sky blue again and add color back to the world. And she goes full lengths to the point she's like, hey, I'm going to take over LexCorp. Which I'm like, okay, that's kind of, and she's trying to convince all these heads who have to say yes to her, who she's making deals and business propositions to take over. And I'm like, this is great, this is awesome. But like, even like the dialogue, with like Lex Luthor in this episode is so hilarious. I mean, the line of "Don't make me laugh, my butthole is already rested." I'm like, I couldn't help but pause and laugh. I mean Talia al Ghul in this episode does a version of Man Up or Grow Some Bowls, but instead of bowls, it's, you know, Ivy's a little bit like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? And the response listen, this is a line from this episode. Talia al Ghul says, Ivy, pull up your pussy. Pull your pussy up. You know, of a version of like, find your balls, man up, you know, those type of saying. I couldn't help but laugh at that because it's like so weird, but it's so well done, well written in that environment. And therefore I hear the words, you know, Ivy, pull your pussy up, and I call it wonderful whiting and great character development. But I don't know if I would say that, but like even like her playing golf, and then actually killing the guy twice, and there was only one person left, and she, you know, actually throws a golf club into a guy's arsehole, and it comes in the mouth, and she's like, hole in one, 2 holes in one. I like dying laughter. Like that's where the comedy lands, and the story makes you want, like everything with Ivy is so well put together. Like even the ending with Harley's like having the finale be like clearly what they're hinting is, like, you know, it's gonna be Ivy versus Lex versus Ivy, and Harley versus Joker. That's what it's gonna be, and they wanted to hint that. Like seriously, like the whole making Joker bad again, it feels backwards, and it just makes him. I just don't know what they were thinking. I really, they just haven't gone through it. They haven't gone anywhere. It's listening to him saying, "I'm bored now. I want to kill people. I want to kill people again." That's literally what he does, and it's just there's no level of understanding of it. And doing the killing joke thing with him shooting Batgirl, aka Barbara Gordon, in where my guess the spine would be because he shot it far away, and all he's missing is saying, "Please don't worry. It's a surgical complaint common among expert and librarians. You see, she thinks she's a coffee table edition. Mind you, I don't say much for the volumes edition. I mean, there's a hole in the jacket, and the spine used to be damaged. Frankly, she won't be walking onto shelves in that state of affair. In fact, the idea of her walking anywhere seems remotely remote. But then that's always been the problem with softbacks." That's all was missing. Oh, and by the way, yes, I flicked through the page of Killing Joke so I could read those lines for you guys in my lovely Joker voice. I mean, here's the thing. My voice is going to be fucked for the next week because I did that. I will say that. I'm going to sound like, you know, oh, cranky old lady because I did the Joker voice and the laugh and all that kind of stuff. But outside I say, you know, that's what was all missing, those lines. And it feels so tactile. It feels like outside Ivy, they don't know what to do with their main characters. They don't know what to do with Harley. They don't know what to do with the Bat family. They don't know what to do with, like, maybe the idea is like now, maybe the idea is so the Bat family is completely gone. Like Nightwing's gone. Robin's gone. Where's Robin? We know Talia took care of him, but like seriously, where's Damien anyway? The idea is Nightwing's gone, Batman's gone, Batgirl is now gone. The idea is there's no heroes left. No one's there to attack Gotham, and now they have no choice. Harley and Ivy have no choice but to become the new Batman Robin, right? Maybe that's the idea. But isn't that like going tread on like season 3 though? Like them becoming heroes again? Or at least Ivy realizing heroes is not her thing. Like, I don't know. Like, we got one episode left, and we'll see how they wrap it up. But if wrap the season up, if it's going to be acting like it's the final episode ever of the show, or acting like, hey, maybe they know there's a season 5 coming. We don't know. We personally don't know. But I just, it's itching for me. I would say what I'm getting with this season is we're getting half of a good show. Or half of at least an interesting show. And then you get mediocre stuff with our main character. And it's a bit disappointing. But, yeah. Comment below what you think of this episode. Let me know.